Hi, welcome to my channel, Ruby Stedman. In this video, I'll be teaching you how to knit my country hat. This was a petition from my nephew that he lived in the state, so he picked those colors. But you can pick any color that represents your country or any color that you like. This is version number 1, and I'm gonna do a version number 2 in my next video. So I hope you guys like it and give it a try, and here is the list of material you're gonna need to make it. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell. That way you can get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I do my videos in Spanish and English, so if you receive a Spanish video, go to the main page of my YouTube channel, that you'll find the tutorial in English as well. If when you're there you want to do a donation to my channel, you go to the top right hand of the banner where it says donate, and they give you the choice, a PayPal or a credit card donation. So I hope you guys like it, and you can make these even with leftover yarn if you don't want to do a hat that represents the color of your country. Okay. To do this hat, this is the yarn I'm going to use, a Super Saver Chunky from Red Heart, and they have 141 grams each. They are bulky 5, and they recommend a 6.5 millimeter netting needle to work. So that's what I'm going to use for the border, a 6.5 and a 7 millimeter for the top of the hat. That way it's a little more loose. This one is blue, white, and cherry red. So those are the 3 colors I'm going to use. The netting needles are 2, the 6.5 for the border and the 7 millimeter for the top. When I bought my double pointed needle, they don't include a 7 millimeter double pointed, so I went to Walmart and I bought these plastic ones because nothing else I can do, just to use the plastic to decrease. You're gonna need 1 marker, needle, tapestry needle and scissor, and I did a graph that I'm gonna take a picture and put it in my Facebook page. That the link is in the description box below. This is how we're gonna play with the color. So we're gonna start with the border or brim, and then after, in row 1, after we do that, we're gonna change needle size and start with 1 round of net with the blue, and then we change to the white for 3 round, the white for 3 round, the red for 3, and the white for 3, the red for 3, the white 3, and then we change to the blue to do the top of the hat. So it's very easy. So you will find that graph in my Facebook page and in my Instagram. So let's start making our hat. I'm gonna start casting on with the blue, and I need to leave a tail long enough to cast on my stitches. For this yarn and this needle size, I'm gonna cast on 56 stitches plus 1 to close the circumference. Now, if you're working with the medium 4 yarn, I recommend a 5 millimeter netting needle, just 1. You don't need to change sizes. And then work with those 5, I'm gonna say Spanish, 80 stitches. So, medium 4 yarn, 5 millimeter netting needle, 80 stitches. And you'll need the 5 millimeter double pointed needle to cast off your stitches. So you will divide your stitches in 5 parts of 16. 16, 16, 16 when you start casting off your stitches. Now if you use a charisma or the leftover yarn from the hats that we did last couple of weeks ago, and then you use like that hat, those hats is 7 millimeter for the border and an 8 for the top. Okay, and then you will cast on 48. But for this one, I'm gonna do 56 plus 1. I just wanted to mention that just in case you don't have this yarn and you have a thinner, and then you want to make a big hat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. 14 and 14 is 28. 28 and 28, 56 plus 1, 57 plus a little extra to lose that tail. You're going to do a slip knot, and then you're going to start casting on your stitches. And always the long tail is in this side of the thumb and the working yarn and the other side. So you're going to start casting on your stitches. And you're going to need other markers. I forgot to mention that, because when we start doing the decrease, it's better to guide yourself with the markers. That way it's easier for you. But if you do this with a 4mm netting needle, you have to change the hat completely. More stitches, more rounds, and different decrease than this one. So I recommend this bulkified yarn for this hat. Here I have my 57 stitches, so I'm going to pass the first one to this needle and the last one on top of that one and cast it off to close the circumference, and then I'm going to pass that one back to the needle. Here you're going to pull the two ends to get it together, and then you're going to tie a knot, and then you're ready to work with your hat. And I have to let you go because William is up. So now we're going to start with the rep stitch of 1 by 1, 1 net, 1 purl for 6 rounds. But since I'm working with a smaller size netting needle, I'm going to do my 6 round and I'm going to measure. If I measure 2 inches, I will leave it with those 6 round. But if I have to do one more, a 7, I will do one more. Okay, but you're gonna have 2 inches of brim. So it's just 1 net, 1 purl, 1 net, 1 purl. You're gonna start with a net and you're gonna finish with a purl. So when you finish that last purl before the marker, you start again with 1 net, and so on. You're going to finish the first round with a purl, pass the yarn to the back, pass your marker, and then you're going to start with 1 net, 1 purl, 1 net, 1 purl, and you're going to work with that for 6 to 7 rounds until you have the desired width of your brim. Okay? I finished the border or brim of the hat, and I did 7 rounds. That way I have my 2 inches. And then now we're going to start with the chart. And here, and round 1 is blue, and they are done with the bigger size needle. So you're going to change, and here you're going to remove your marker. You don't want to need it now. And then you're going to pull this to make things easier. And with the 7mm, you're going to start doing this round. Just a net round. You're going to net every single stitch. And then when you finish working with the blue, you're going to cut the yarn because we don't need to use the blue anymore until round 17. We're going to be working just with the white and red. I will meet you here at the end of this round. So I finished with that round. I finished with the other needle, and I'm glad because they were, first time I used them, it's from a new pack. And they are not as smooth as this one that's already have wear, and then it's nice and shiny. It's really slippery. Very nice to work with, these ones. So now we're going to work on round 2, and round 2 don't have any colors, so that means it's white. And you can cut now the blue. That's what I'm going to do. I don't want to need it for now. And then in here, in the stitch below, with the crochet hook, you're going to pass the white because we cut the yarn in here. So we're going to secure it in the stitch below. I didn't mention that you need a crochet hook because really you just needed to pass this in here. You can do that even with your fingers. So you're going to do a knot in the stitch below. And then you're going to pull this one to make it smaller. And then you're going to come here and you're going to start with the white. And then in the next round I will place back the marker. You're going to do this round in white. So it's very easy. Let me do here at the end. I finished round 2. Round 3 is white again. So with the white, you're gonna do this round 3 and 4. So it's a very easy, it's a stripy hat with 2 color and the body. And then blue at the beginning and end. So do round 3 and 4 and I will meet you here for 5. Okay, I finished the round and now I'm gonna work with the red, and I'm gonna come here and with the crochet hook, I really should have mentioned that we need a crochet hook. That way you don't get a little hole or anything here. It will be nice and perfect. You're gonna pass in here and you're gonna do a knot. And you're gonna leave the white there because we're gonna work again with the white after we do 3 rounds of the red. So you don't want to cut the white. Okay, just leave the white waiting. So I don't want to place the marker yet because in the next round I will put in the marker. So in here you're going to start and you're going to do from 5 with the red. So I will meet you here at the end of this round. When you finish that round 5, you have to pull a little bit in the tail of the white to get that stitch the right size, because it will grow a little bit because it's loose the yarn in the back. So after that you're gonna place the marker and you're gonna work in round 6 and 7 with the red, and then after that in 8 we're gonna go back to the white again. Okay, I did those 3 rounds. Now I'm gonna work in 8 and we're gonna work with the white, and in order not to have a little hole here, what you're gonna do is with the red you're gonna put it like this on top of that finger, and with the white you're gonna go on top of the red. You see I have the white on top of that red strand, and again you come here, put it like that on top and do your stitches. And now you take the red out of the way and you're going to continue with the white, and you don't want to have a hole in there. And now with the white you're going to do round 8, 9 and 10, and then in round 11 we're going to change again to the red, and you see I don't have a hole in here. So do those 3 rounds in white and I will meet you here. I finished round 10, and in 11 we're going to change color again. So we're going to do the white exactly the same as I did with the red. You're going to pass the white to the left hand finger like that. Just a sec, I have a technical difficulty here. The stitch is too much in the tip. There we go. So you're going to pass the white to this side and then the red is under. You're going to work with the red and then again lift the white like this, work the red in the next one and leave the white, and then you're going to continue working with the red. You're going to do this 3 rounds of red, 11, 12 and 13, and then you will change with the white and do 14, 15 and 16. When you have those round done, I will meet you here to continue with our hat, okay? It starts to look really nice. So do round 11, 12, 13 with the red and 14, 15, 16 with the white. And remember to cross them like I showed you twice, because otherwise you'll get a little hole in there. So I did that, those 2 stripe, and then I measure it and I realized that I'm short 3 rounds still, because when I did the chart, I had in mind to work with the 7mm for the border and the 8 for the top, and with the chart it will be perfect, the perfect size. But since I work with a smaller size needle, I'm a little bit short of the length. So what I'm gonna do 3 rounds with the red before I start working with the blue. I'm gonna change the chart. I'm gonna do the 3 stripe in white and the 3 stripe in red and a new chart, and then that will be the one that I will put in my Facebook page and Instagram. Okay, don't worry, I will put the right amount of rounds for your hat. Only if you want to make this for a young teenager, you can leave it like this one. But I'm gonna do those 3 rounds with the red, and then I will meet you here to continue with the hat. And I'm sorry about that I miscalculated the change of size with the needles. Okay, I did a full round of the red, and I'm gonna cut the white because I know I don't gonna need the white anymore. So I'm gonna continue with the red, and then after I'll attach the blue. I finished working with the red, and now we're gonna start or work with the blue. And honestly, I have so much yarn left here that look that I don't use this ball of yarn. I think we can do with these 3 ball of yarn, changing the color around, probably 4 or 5 hats. That's how little yarn you use. The red, I feel exactly the same. So now with the blue, you're gonna come here exactly the same as we did with the other ones, and the stitch in the back, they look like a pearl. You're gonna pass your strand, and by doing this, your seam, it look perfect, it looks seamless, the begin and end of the rounds. Look, they look perfect. So now we're gonna start with the blue, and we're gonna start the decreases. So I'm gonna cut the red. I don't need the red anymore. I'm gonna bring the yarn to the inside, and now you're gonna do 12 stitches and 13 and 14 together. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 13 and 14 together. And then I'm going to place a marker. That way I know each time I have 2 stitches before the marker, I have to do a decrease. Okay, because we're going to decrease on each round. Okay, I'll show you one more time. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and 13 and 14 together. You place the marker and then continue all the way around until you have everything in blue. Okay, so like that you're going to continue working with the blue, and each time you get to 2 stitches before the marker. That's why it's good to have the marker. You don't have to be counting or anything. Just moving thing around, and you see, when you feel the marker there, you know you're close. So one more, and then these two together. You see, and then you will continue like that. I'm gonna work off camera until I cannot work anymore with this circular needle, and then it's time to change to the double pointed needles. So I'll show you how to do that, just in case you don't see my other videos where I do the change from circular needle to double pointed needle to continue with the decrease at the top of our hat. So each time you get to 2 stitches before the marker, you do your decrease in every single round. Okay, every hat is different and you do the decrease different, so this is how this design is done. So I'll meet you here when I don't can work anymore with this needle. I still have plenty space here to work with this one. So I don't can work anymore with this needle. But if you don't have double point needle, what you do is you pull your cable out and work as the best you can work with the cable needle. But I'm gonna change to my double pointed needle, and what you do is you come here and then you're gonna start doing the change of needles here. So you're going to continue doing this decrease until you have 2 stitches on each needle. That will be 8 stitches in total. because they are for needles. So you're always going to be working with 2 needles at a time. So it's nothing complicated with double pointed needle. My first time that I tried was a little bit, you know, more fiddly because I never tried it before. But once I did my first hat with the decreased double pointed needle, I just fell in love with it. That finish at the top of the hat, that all my hats are done like this. So you're going to continue like that, and really we are almost done the hat. Okay, so I will meet you here when I have 2 on each Now what you have to do is lose these tails here. Make sure that you do a very good job doing this, because the hat can come undone and through all these tails, so you have to secure them really well. And then I will show you the end result. The only thing that I have left is to sew the tag, and I will put it in the little foam head, and I will show you the end result. And this is the amount of yarn that I have left from version 1 of the hat. So it's more than enough to make version 2, and I will have some left over. So in the next video I will show you version 2 of my country hat. Well, this is the end result, and I love this hat. It look amazing, and look how beautiful look the finish with the double pointed needle on the top. It make the difference, let me tell you. And the little tag as well make a lot of difference in the hat. So you can do it any color that represents your country, or you can do it this color, or any color that you like. So I hope you guys like it, and give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. And if you make this hat or any of my hats or any of my projects and you want to send me some pictures, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Stedman Crochet, or my Instagram, Ruby Stedman Crochet. Please share my video with friends and family, that way you help me grow here on YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day.